Guess who had 2 energy drinks today? Yay, 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 yay. It's probably a bad idea. The first one was in the morning. I was driving. I didn't drink. I was on vacation for the last 2 weeks. Just got back in. I didn't drink that many. I brought maybe 2 Ghosts with me and 1 Bang, if I recall. 2 Bangs. Yeah, I think I had 4 total for over 2 weeks. That's not bad. And then on the trip, I was like, well, I better get one because we haven't been sleeping that much. Of course, we're up super late, watching movies, talking, having fun, waking up super early with the kids, going to the pool and the beach. I went up super early because boy, did it get hot. By 10 o'clock, I was sweating, just pouring down sweat. So from 7 to 10, the moment they got out, we took them to the beach and or to the pool. They wanted to go to the pool a lot this past week, and that was fine. Did it really early. Hello, Rob D. How's it going? Hey, halfway done with Dark Saber. Dark Saber is Kevin Janderson's best book, in my opinion. I'm glad you like it. I enjoy it as well. But anyway, so this morning we wake up. I'm thinking, man, I may fall asleep if I get in the car. So got my energy drink, drank it. And it was like 9 o'clock. And no, was it 9? Yeah, 9 o'clock. And we'd stopped to get gas. And I was like, you know what? I may as well. No, it was 10 o'clock. By the time we'd left, it was Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's, like the Disney World of gas stations, right? And I thought, you know what? I'm here. Let me try another one. So I tried another drink and drank that. Of course, I granny sipped that. No, that was my first one. Excuse me. That was my first one. Was at 10. Yeah, because I didn't have anything. I'd already drank the 4 I brought with me over the past 2 weeks. That's right. So that was my first one at 10. And then the other one I got was in the afternoon, about 1:30. And usually I don't drink. I drink one in the morning, sip it all day. This one I just sit through. I was like, yeah, let me get another one. And I did. And maybe that was a mistake because I don't feel tired. Now, I did review. I did do a lot of little videos just now, and I was going to edit them. And I thought, no, you know what? The kids are watching Pirates of the Caribbean tonight. I was playing the soundtrack in the car, so my wife wanted to watch it. So they're watching that, and I thought, nah, let me go ahead and we've already unpacked and everything, and I mowed the grass and everything, and I'm a little tired, and I could edit, but I was like, let me do a live chat. I haven't done a live chat in a while, live stream in a while. Just started Dark Tide Onslaught. Incredible stuff. It is. It is. It is. Dark Tide, New Jedi Order, the entire thing about it, except for the comic book series. Oh gosh, from Dark Horse that came out. I can't remember its name. It's that bad. That's awful. That's the only awful thing about New Jedi Order. Everything else is, even the short stories that came out the Insider are just great. Even Nathan Fillion's little comic short of Kyle Katarn during the Vong invasion is good. What is the name of the comic book? I've forgotten. Anyway, it sucks. There you go. It sucks so bad I forgot the name. I am, as you know, I'm coming to an end of my rewatch. It'll end next month. Invasion. Thank you, Axel. Invasion. I'm coming to the end of rewatch, and I'm going to start reviewing the RPGs. I've been reading the RPGs all year, so I'm going to be well ahead. If you're thinking, dang, Matt's coming out with 2 reviews, is he reading through them that fast? Well, yeah, I probably could read through them that fast, but I've been reading through them, and I found Kyle Katarn. It's in one of the tales. Nathan P. Butler wrote it. Yeah, it's just a little short comic of what Kyle Katarn was doing during the Vong War. Jan is in it. Yes, it's decent. But I've been reading the RPGs. Found an RPG I did not have, and I knew that the moment I looked at the case, I was like, "This is not the right one." So there's going to be once again. It came in the mail because I ordered it like a month and a half ago. It just came in because the idiots at the Postal Service delivered it to Houston. It didn't even have the Houston email address on it. And they went, yeah, something with the barcodes messed up. And I saw they'd scratched out the barcodes. Dude, I could have walked to wherever he sent it from, like Wisconsin, Milwaukee, or whatever. I could have walked there and come back in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Postal Service sucks so bad. But just came in. I really, really, really want to read that because that's going to be some new to me EU, which is fun. Have I seen any of the X-Men films? Yeah, watch Logan. Logan's really good. Yeah, it was excellent. Hey, two Star Wars nerds. Yeah, West End Game reviews. Like I said, it was one of the West End Games RPGs I found I didn't have. I'll do Wizard of Coast and all the way up to Force and Destiny from Fantasy Flight Games, because that's when the base game came out. That's when they said, hey, they started doing new canon stuff after that. So I stopped buying it, and they stopped doing it. Fantasy Flight Games is not. Well, now it went to Edge Studios, which is a shoot off of Amos Day, who bought Fantasy Flight, and I hear they're not doing anything with the RPGs right now. So it's kind of like dead in the water. I wonder if they stopped selling because a lot of EU fans were buying them because they had EU content in them. And then when they said, we're done with you, we were done with them. I wonder if that impacted sales. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. But just wondering. But yeah, the X-Men movies were fine. The last few movies are meh. The Dark Phoenix one was terrible. Armageddon, okay. What was the one they brought? The Days of Future Past. That was pretty good. Um, First Class. I don't like any of the early one. The First Class one, I hated First Class. My wife loved First Class, but I was not a fan of it. So Logan's really good though. And then if you've seen Wolverine versus Deadpool, it's really funny too. I have heard of Tales of the Boonty Classic. Yeah. Um, I don't read any of those. I don't read a lot of fan fiction. I just don't anymore. I don't. Thoughts on Deadpool being confirmed as the Avengers Doomsday? Okay, well, great then. I'll still watch it when it comes out on video or on streaming. I don't know. I think my wife is done with Marvel, and if she's done with Marvel, like none of the Marvel movies I've seen in theaters, I have zero interest. I just saw Thunderbolts, and because it's streaming, and or paid streaming, is it? Either way, when it comes out like that, I'll watch it. And then Fantastic Four, when it comes out streaming, I'll watch it. I have no desire. In fact, the next movie I saw Weapons and Nobody 2 yesterday. And the next movie the only two movies left in theaters, I'm going to go see the Jaws re-release, but I'm going to see the new Conjuring movie. And if it sucks, I'm done with them because the third one just was awful. It was just so lame and stupid. And it's a shame because I hold the Conjuring movies to a higher standard, and they failed on 3. So if they get it right with 4, good. If not, I'm done with them. And then Predator Badlands, which I don't know, man. I mean, Prey was so good, and that's the only reason I'm going. But The Predator was horrendous. Horrendous. So Predator Badlands, we're going to see what it's all about. And then I'm done for the movie year. I don't go to the movies that much. And the movie theater is literally 2 blocks on this street, 2 blocks down the street. I'm right next to the movie theater, and I never go. I haven't gotten to the Wizard of the Coast stuff yet in my reading. I'm about to. No, that's a lie. I have read a little bit of Wizard of the Coast, but I've not read that one yet. I've not reread it yet. I'm interested though. I'm interested. I did see the new Superman came out in streaming, and I saw it, and I don't like Superman though. I don't like Superman, and I thought the dumbest thing about it was when the news goes, Superman hates us. And everyone goes, oh! And even though Superman's been there for what, 2, 3, 4 years, saving them, all of a sudden that girl grabs her child away from Superman, like, oh, the news said you were bad, Superman, so you must be bad. And then when the news came out and said, Lex Luthor is the bad guy, they went, yay, we love Superman again. There's no reality where that makes sense. Where that one news article comes out against Superman, then everyone believes it, just not even questioning it, not even saying that we live in the world of fake videos that say that's deep fake. Or how do I know who that is? How do we know that's Superman? How do they know if that's the right translation? Yeah, it's just so dumb. Just so dumb. And I hate super stupid things like that. So, but I don't like Superman. I am watching the Alien Earth series. So far, it's okay. It's okay. Better than the not better. Well, the last movie was okay. It was okay too. But those other 2 movies that Ridley Scott did or whatever, I can't remember. I don't know the names of them anymore. But but they're not. They haven't been good. But maybe I'll give the TV show a try. But I am watching it. Yes. Did I like Smallville? I liked the Lex Luthor. I thought that was the best Lex Luthor they've ever had. When he left the show, I lost interest. Oh, and they killed off the two most interesting characters were Jonathan Kent. He was the heart, the anchor of the show, and then Lex Luthor. Those were the two best characters. And when they left, I was like, and I thought Lois Lane thought she was ugly. I thought Lana Lang was just hot. And when they showed Lois Lane, I was like, ew. That's what I thought. I was like, who would want her over Lana Lang? And I know he and Lana had kind of separated and gone their own ways, but they worked so hard on getting him and Lana Lang together that when Lois comes in, you don't like her. You just don't. And she seems annoying. But Smallville, I did finish it eventually. I went back and finished it, and I did not like most of it. Whenever they did crossovers, that was fun to see other superheroes. But I did watch the little clip of a Flash episode where he goes into the Smallville universe. That's nice. That's nice. I like to see Tom Welling. I like Tom Welling. So I like the characters fine. I just felt like in the later seasons, there's only two good episodes. Usually it was the one where they guest starred some other superhero. And then the finale, right? The finale was always big, but everything else was just CW crap, But Lex Luthor, best Lex Luthor they've ever had. Gene Hackman is a close second. But I do think that Smallville guy was really good. Am I going to wait Peacemaker season 2? Absolutely. Absolutely. I love season 1. I'll watch season 2. Seems like the franchise has been failing all around 2023. So many flops. There's spinoffs. So my wife hates the Conjuring movies. She loves the Annabelle movies. They're okay. LaLauria was okay. My nephews loved it. I thought it was okay. The Nun, fun, but very beat for beat generic, but fun. Even The Nun 2 was good. I don't want to give a spoiler if you haven't seen it, but the ending, how they kill the nun, that's pretty ingenious. I liked it. I really liked it. I was like, oh, look at that. That's a little smart. I thought it was a smart thing. So it's not bad. Those movies aren't bad. But Conjuring 3 was just so awful. So awful. It's like they picked up a script from a, just awful, non-imaginative ghost story, right? Possession, insert generic possession type, the possession of blank. And that's all they did. And it was just dumb. It wasn't even scary at all. That is the worst of everything. All the spinoffs and everything. It's the worst. It's the worst. I remember I was so excited because I even thought Conjuring 2 was good. Conjuring 1 is perfect. But then when I saw Conjuring 3, I was like, this is completely idiotic. Completely idiotic. So Conjuring 4, here I come. You better be good. You better be good or I'm done with you. Any interest in the Harry Potter full cast audiobooks that are released on Audible? Full cast? Like what? The original movie cast, Tanner? That's interesting. I will. Hello, Darth Nicholas. I will maybe listen to them. I've listened to Jim Daly, and who's the other guy? I can't remember. There's a fight on who read it best. I think it's Jim Daly. I still like Jim Daly, even though the other guy was really good. And I can't remember that other person's name right now. But when I listened to it again, it was them. So, yeah, eventually, Tanner, when I go back, I want to read the books again because I've read them once shortly after they all came out. I was not a Harry Potter fan until the last book came out, and then I read them. And then I listened to, everyone told me I had to listen to Jim Daly. And then a few years back, I listened to him again with the other guy. Stephen Fry, thank you. Stephen Fry is the other guy. And Stephen Fry was fine. He was fine. There's nothing wrong with either of them. They're both great. But I think I like Jim Daly's better. Ooh, Hattie, and stuff like that. I just miss that stuff. But, yeah, I guess. With the full, who is the full cast? What do you mean by full cast? Comics, DC, Marvel. You know, I think Teresa um, and I are going to review the spinoff to Babylon 5. Tim and I were going through each one of the seasons, and we stopped after the movies, but we didn't get to the spinoff Crusade. And then there's another movie called Tales. And then there's the animated movie, which I really don't, unless Teresa wants to talk about it, I really don't want to talk about it. Miss Martin Muses is her channel. And I need to get with Teresa and see if she wants to do that, because I do want to do that. And Steeg, I've been talking to Steeg Kenobi, and we were supposed to talk about Black Flag, and I just haven't, and I need to get with him on doing that too. Those are some talks I'd like to do, since Tim doesn't do streams anymore. And I don't think he was interested in doing Crusade. I don't think he's the biggest Crusade fan. I just got that feeling there. But either way, I'd love to talk about Crusade and the Tales movie, and then just end it. I did watch the animated movie. I don't remember a single thing about the animated movie. Now, it was all right. I remember thinking it's all right, but that's not how I want them to continue the show. So I think if I was to watch those again, I would stop at Tales, which, spoilers, I loved, even though it's really cheap. Hey, Melissa, how's it going? I hope Conjuring 4 will be better, yes. Yeah, Daniel, we do. I don't know when we need to do another My Next podcast. Did you hear Tristan and I are going to be meeting up in Dallas? And I was thinking about doing one with him. Maybe we can dial you in on that. But Tristan and I are going to meet up. So maybe then I'll let you know, or I'll let him let you know, or I'll get with him to see what the plan is. How's that? How do I feel about seltzer sparkling water? This is the first soda I've had. Now, I did have 2 energy drinks today. I did. But it's a celebration, because, boy, did I unpacked, I cleaned up, and then when my wife came back, because she took the kids to a birthday party, wife came back, I was like, you know what? I got 2 hours of sunlight left. I'm going to mow this yard. And, of course, it'd been 2 weeks since I mowed the yard, and it is still 90-something degrees, pouring sweat. I ate one. If anyone knows what Crystal is, Crystal are these little hamburger sliders. I picked up a 12-pack for me and the kids. We had all but one. So that was my dinner, was one little Crystal burger that I had earlier today. So I haven't eaten. I feel fine, but I'm not going to eat this late. But I thought, you know what? I haven't put many calories in my body. I've been exerting a lot. I drank a ton of water. I got one of these little Stein cups. I drank 4. I just had the 4th one. I've been downing water. Now, of course, today I did not drink any water. So that's, I'm almost about even to what I usually drink, is about 3 or 4 a day. And I've done my 4. So I'm caught back up on that. I thought, you know what? I'll get a Pib. But I never did like seltzer water that much. No, I did not. Okay, it'll be played by a new cast. Maybe, Tanner. Maybe. We'll see. 6 margaritas deep at a pool party. Go, Justin. Star Wars Marvel purist. I'm hoping, if I can't, I don't like I want to come back and be on Star Wars Marvel purist. He had asked me, and the week is just not opportunistic, only because it's one of those shifts I have to do an early shift on. But I will, and I'll be meeting this guy in a month, so that'll be pretty fun. But we'll be on another stream together soon, my friend. You just read the John Wagner, Cam Kennedy, Boba Fett comic books the other day. Yes, it is amazing. Yeah, John Wagner really did a good job with Boba Fett. I felt that way too. His version is a lot like Judge Dredd. That's a good observation. I've never thought about that. But it's also the way that Cam Kennedy draws, right? But I thought each time, by the way, when those came out a long time ago, Darth Nicholas, when those came out a long time, every time one came out, I was like, please don't ruin Boba Fett. Please stop making Boba Fett comic books. I didn't want them to drive him into the ground, and they didn't. It was just a few one-shots, even the Jabba the Hutt ones, why does Jabba the Hutt need a one-shot or a couple of one-shots? But they were fine. They were really good. And Boba Fett was always done. He was always held with class, and it was always done really well. And every time I was like, okay, that didn't suck. Because I was, probably the only person that mishandled Boba Fett the worst, I would say, is I can't think of his name right now, but the Bounty Hunter trilogy, just awful. And that should have been great, but it was just awful. Have I seen the new Friday the 13th Sweet Revenge? What? Wait a minute. Friday the 13th? Does it have a new one? Hold on. I've never heard of this. I saw the series a long time ago. Is it a remake? Is it a reboot? What is this? I see a reboot. Friday the 13th Vengeance? What is it? What is this? I don't know. I'm looking for these. What is this you speak of? Is that it? Is it called Vengeance? Oh, rats. That one came out in 2019. Oh, look at this, right? Oh, I don't know. They remade it. I don't watch any of the remakes. Yeah, nobody draws Boba Fett like Cam Kennedy. He was awesome. Let it rain! Let it rain! Raging Rhino. Now there's a name I haven't heard in years. God bless America. Do I love me some Raging Rhino? Or God bless Australia. God bless the Queen. What do they say in Australia? Good day. Yeah, it's good. It's really good to see you. Raging Rhino, check your email. Since I play a lot of vintage games, what do you think would be the next good choice for restoration games? A long time ago, I told Justin was on the channel. He came on and talked, and I always thought that McDonald's the board game. And to my shock, he had been watching my channel and said, I've heard you talk about that, and I didn't want to say anything, but we were in talks with McDonald's, and it fell through because the marketing guy was a big board game fan, but when he left and got replaced with someone else, they shut down the conversation. And I still think that would be a fantastic game for restoration games. Now, that's up to McDonald's, though. But if they could get the rights to anyone, it would still be the McDonald's game, in my opinion. I'm still waiting. I got to be honest, I was disappointed at Gen Con with restoration games. They came out with what they announced? A Thunder Road expansion campaign mode. Who wants a campaign mode? I want to hear about Omega Virus, or there was supposedly one last Fireball Island, expansion they were going to come out with. None of that got, Omega Virus they talked about a long time ago, made the stupid card game that I didn't think was that good. But I want to see their version. Now I know there was some hold up with Omega Virus, but none of those were announced. I was kind of disappointed. But the McDonald's game, that'd be the one I'd like to see them do. I do have a pay extra. It's party time. I read Batman Judge Dredd back in the day. That's another great one. I agree. That's when you said Judge Dredd. I was like, oh, Cam Kennedy drew that. Yeah, crystals. I love Crystal Burger. My son loves it. My youngest daughter loves it. My son had 2 of them. He loved the little. Hey, Bubba, come here. You like the little hamburgers? Yeah. My oldest girls don't know what's good, and they don't like them. But he really loved them. He really liked a Krista Big Yeah, is what we call it here. Come here. Here's Goofball wearing his blippy glasses. Say, hey, what's your name? Forrest. Who likes a Crystal Burger? Me. He said he's not naked, by the way. He's got pants. Me. This is how we like to walk around, though, because this is how we walked around the beach all day. We didn't have a shirt on. Okay, you got your blippy glasses on?
Yeah.
Are you looking cool?
Yeah.
And we say,
Let's go, Matt.
let's go, Mets! Whoa, we won! We won a game! We won a game. And wait, hold on. All right, do the Spider-Man. Go. He looks just like Spider-Man. Hey, one more thing. Juan Soto is
a bonehead.
He's a bonehead.
Bonehead.
There we go. All right.
He's a bonehead.
Thank you, Piper.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
There we go. All right. Wow. That's craziness there. But yeah, Crystal Burger's good. We don't have them here in Louisiana, but all in Mississippi they have them. So I just stopped at one of those. Yes, Cam Kennedy does an awesome job. No one draws. A buddy of mine who was an artist. Hold on just a moment. What, Bubba? Okay. All right. Say Barbie. Yes, Barbie wants to say hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Good job. Go. Anyway, my buddy who's a little bit of an artist told me the reason why Cam Kennedy is his favorite artist is because no one has ever copied him. He is so unique. You always know Cam Kennedy's style, and there will never be anyone else like him. He really made me appreciate Cam Kennedy a lot more. And Cam Kennedy was always his favorite artist, even though he doesn't draw like Cam Kennedy. What are we drinking at the meetup? Anything you want to. Yeah, I don't drink alcohol. I'm drinking a pill. Yeah. You drink whatever you want. I have nothing against it, but supposedly Jeremy from Geese and Gamers doesn't drink either. But I don't drink. But go ahead. Go for it. Whatever you want. Anyway, let's see. Oh, man. I am so far behind here. The new Harry Potter audiobooks, we have music and sound effects. I mean, Tanner, I'm fine with that. I'm just not going to listen to them anytime soon. Are they all coming out together? Or are they being released monthly or throughout the next few years? What's the release date on those? Yes, Star Wars Marvel Purist, exactly. And if things change with my schedule, I'll definitely let you know, even though I haven't been to work in 2 weeks. So we'll see. But I know that when I come back, I am slammed for the next couple of weeks, for the next month or so. Like I'm very happy that I asked for time off for the meetup because it's just everything's ramping up for us. Everything was supposed to ramp up for us at the first of the year, and those first 4 months were so dead, and now it's all starting in August, and it's going to go from August, September, October, November. It's going to be just slammed for us. So it's how the world works, right? John Wagner is excellent. You know what? An unsung hero, Jordan. Jordan's going to be at the fan meetup. Good, Jordan. Can't wait to meet you. But yes, I agree. John Wagner, fabulous writer, and doesn't get mentioned enough. You're right. There's a few writers out there like Greg Keyes, John Wagner. I'd argue Hayden Blackman because I like him too. Because the only one besides the authors who wrote for comic books, the only one who gets big accolades, and they should, is John Ostrander. But John Wagner, very good as well. It's a short film. Is it, Melissa? Is it the old? Is it with what's his face who played him? Is it connected to the old series, or is it something rebooted or a fan film? I'll watch it if it's a true sequel to the old films because I like the old films. And give me the name, Sweet Revenge. It's the official Jason universe. Okay, hold on. It's on YouTube, Sweet Revenge. Hold on. I will watch that later tonight. I promise you. 13. Let me type it in here. Sweet Revenge. Oh, look, it popped right up. Look out. Jason Voorhees is back. Okay, where is it? This is it. 15 minutes. Done. Done. That's happening. The Jabba the Hutt comic books are really good. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Rhino, it's always good to see you. It's always good to see you. Did you check your email yet? All right. Pro-Jack fan. Hello. Hello. Oh, Spider-Man. Hold on just a moment. Tom Taylor had Boba Fett take his helmet. In Blood Ties, that's true. Blood Ties was still good, but I agree with you on that one. All right. I never saw Book of Boba Fett. Oh, you did reply to the email. Okay. All right. That's fine then, my friend. Garth Ennis wrote some good. Yeah, and Cam Kennedy drew those too. Punisher. My cousin would get Punisher all the time. Hold on. Ugh. Spider-Man wants to sit down here again. They're being released monthly starting in November. Okay, when they're done. All right, bye. When they're done, I'll probably check them out. Hello, God's Games and Geekiness. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Greg Keys is excellent. Yep. Fine Editions is great. Brady and I were traveling this way, and I did want to plan to meet up, but he was probably dealing with the same aggravating traffic. Not right now, Bubba. Not right now. He was probably dealing with the same aggravating traffic I was. So I didn't text him because I was on the road. He didn't text me because he was on the road, and we missed 2 ships probably passing in the night. Even though I got in fairly, I was in Mobile by noon. That's where I was, Brady, at noon. And I went and stopped and saw my cousin and left about 1:30 and then went down to the beach, went to Gulf Shores. Darky's Mob. It's a British comic book from the 70s. Huh. Did not know that. Did not know that about John Wagner. The Blood Ties is all right. It was fine. Yep, Spider-Man wants to make an appearance here. It's a sequel / reboot. It's pretty good, but Kane Hodder or Derek. It's not Kane Hodder. It's a new guy, but he's okay. I just want to see the full-length movie. Okay, I'll watch it. Okay, you read Truce of Bakura, Bounty Hunter Trilogy, Shadows of Minor, Jedi Prince series. Really? How did you find the Jedi Prince series? Rogue Squadron, working on Wedge's Gamble. Wow, that's pretty good. Well, I'm glad. Thank you. What did you think? Truth of Bakura, I really enjoyed. I like Kathy Tyers as an author. I think she's really good. Very underrated. I think Kathy Tyers is underrated. She zigs when other ones would have zagged. I mean, who thought about putting if it happens after Jedi, you can do more Rebels versus the Empire Part 2. No, she said, how about a story with dinosaurs with guns, which looks awesome. Not right now, Bubba. Not right now. And that would be, something interesting. She did something different, like they're working together now. And let me see. Bounty Hunter Trilogy, I thought was just so terrible. But good on you for reading it. If you liked it, that's fine. I mean, honestly, if you liked it, I'm happy. I don't want everyone to agree with me. So if you like something I hate, that's fine. Shazza Minor, like who? Maxine. She defended Knight Errant, which was one of the worst books I've ever read. But I love that Maxine likes Knight Errant. Shazza Minor is a good one. I enjoyed that one. A lot of people didn't like that one, but I did. Jedi Prince series. I mean, that's just great. That's just great stuff. It's still good today, even though it is very kiddie. But I do enjoy Jedi Prince series. It has a special place in my heart. Rereading those again was some of the best times I've ever had. Rogue Squadron is excellent, excellent, excellent. You're gonna love it. Yeah, the traffic really sucked bad for you, especially when you got to Mobile. That tunnel was backed up for miles, like at least 2, maybe 3. It was really bad when we were coming down. I was like, oh, I'm glad I'm not. And when we left, because it was noon on a Saturday and it was like packed, I got there at 10:45, 10:50. I was like, oh no, nothing. No, we just, I mean, it's a little congested, but not bad. We kept moving. We moved all the way down, all the way through. No congestion. And I was like, shut up. It must be like at 12. I guess everyone's leaving their beach house at 10 and they're getting there at 12. And that's where the traffic jam stops. And we had left an hour earlier. Saved my life. Hey, small time. You were there in the traffic then I passed you. You were Mobile but 12. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was bad. It was so bad. I passed you by. I even thought about you when I got to Mobile and I saw the traffic. I was like, I want to raise in the traffic. I actually said that. And I thought, well, when I get to my cousin's, but we had to stop. I didn't want my cousin to feed my kids. So we stopped at McDonald's and I meant to text you, but 4 kids this loud, this loud? Bubba, Bubba, where's your shirt? Go get a shirt on. Twin sister likes to go shirtless too. But anyway, yeah, but it was just so busy trying to feed the kids, and I was right next to my cousins. My cousin got my grandmother's old home in Daphne, and she took out the carpet, put in nice flooring there, wood floors, looks really nice. I'm just happy to have it's like that house was part of our family for so long, and now it stays in the family. Now my cousin has it, and that warms me heart. Cam Kennedy did another Punisher comic book, Blood and Moon, which was written by Alan Grant and John Wagner. I've not read. My cousin read a lot of that. He read the Garth Ennis run and Chuck Dixon run, and he loved it. Punisher was one of his all-time favorites. All-time favorites. Comic books he'd read back in the day. You read the back of a box of a cereal? Yeah, a collection of war comic books came in the industry called Fighting Man, a British comic series. I've never heard about these, Darth Nicholas. That's interesting. Thoughts on the Star Trek, the original series episode, The Doomsday Machine? Recently watched it for the first time. Reminded me more of the Death Star. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could say that. Yeah, definitely. And who knows, George may have taken a page from that. The original series is actually my favorite series of all the Star Trek. I still love it today. I think it's excellent. God's Games and Geekiness said, I love Teresa Pecora, kept me enhanced the whole time. Engaged, I think you're saying the whole time. Cicerook were awesome. Yeah, I hated the Bounty Hunter Wars, Major Suckage. I got Jedi Prince on eBay and loved it. Great. Hologram. I love Hologram Fun World. I love them. Galaxy of Fear is also a fun series. Really fun. Knight Errant could have been better. Yeah, but the character, Kara Holt, is the worst. Again, Maxine wrote an article on the website years ago, or last year or whatever, defending Kara Holt, which I enjoyed. I don't agree with it, but I enjoyed it. But it's just not for me. And it's so weird because that's John Jackson Miller has wrote some of the best stuff, right? Kenobi is excellent. Knights of the Old Republic could be my number one. I mean, I can go back and forth between that, Tales of the Jedi, and Dark Empire, Legacy. There's so many good ones. There's so many good comic books that just could be number one. And Knights of the Republic is definitely one of them. John Jackson Miller's only miss, in my opinion, was anything to do with Knight Errant. Teresa Pecora, yep, is terrific. Shaz and Minor is all right. I enjoyed it more than other people. Yeah, Jedi Prince series, Dark Greetings. Come on, excellent. Get out of here. Rogue Squadron is outstanding. I agree. Past 2 years, you've read the Bane trilogy, excellent. Thrawn trilogy, excellent. Tales of the Jedi comic books, excellent. Union comic book, underwhelming. Okay, just underwhelming. Legacy comic books, excellent. Rogue Squadron, excellent. Shadowhunter, I loved. Plagueis, excellent. Outbound Flight, very good. And the first 4 New Jedi books, Deceived and Revan. Deceived and Revan are really good. Deceived is probably the best. The other one by, what Drew Karpyshyn is pretty good too. And I get these mixed up. Is it Fatal Alliance? I don't think it's Fatal Alliance. I think it's the other one. Allegiance or I can't remember. The other one by Drew Karpyshyn is okay. But Deceived is my favorite of the Old Republic comic books. And the Dark Empire stuff. I am so far behind in these comments. Yeah, Legacy War. I hate it. There was something about not the Old Republic. War. Legacy. War. Why? Why do we have to say that? Why? And I'm assuming that was something to do with who was chief editor at Dark Horse? Oh my gosh, Randy Stradley. Is that it? I'm assuming he wanted that. but it felt like stop, just put that in the regular series. But they wanted some miniseries to wrap up the whole storyline and call it War. I don't know, kind of stupid. But yes, it was fine. Yeah, the Legacy. I just wish it was part of the regular comic book. That's funny. Engage, not enhanced. Hold on. DOTJ. Comics couldn't get through the book. I'm having of the Jedi. Dawn of the Jedi comic books. There it is. Dawn of the Jedi. Yeah, the book's awful. The comic book, not as good as I remembered. I think that's John Ostrander's one swing and miss. One swing and miss. Because the thing is, by the time Legacy had finished and he wanted to do Dawn of the Jedi, I was all on board, right? Because at that point, I knew John Ostrander, I trusted him, and I read, I was like, that was good. And then rereading, I was like, maybe his only miss. Boy, my kids haven't had any sugar at all, I guess. Yeah, small time, you're there. I should plan to meet up with you sometime. I really do need to. But my cousin, small time, she got my grandmother's house in Daphne now. So, so I stopped there and saw her. And is the flea market now they charge you to enter, and I don't really like that. But because it seemed like the last time we went, they charged us, but there were less people there, like less stalls there. And so I was like, wow, there's less vendors here, and they charged you. Why would I go? Has it gotten better? You know what I'm talking about? The flea market over in is it Westmobile? I can't remember where that is. The big one with all the it used to be big, but it seemed like the last time we went, it just wasn't that good. And we have not returned in at least 4 years. Probably 4 years ago was the last time we went. Maybe. No. Ooh, it was 5 years ago. Maybe. I was pushing my kids around in a stroller. So that was the last time we went. My oldest twins. Anyway. I have read the Punisher Max runs. I did enjoy those. I think that was back in the day when I was in the comic book store and I read those. Those were good. I agree with you. Have I seen the new medical drama, The Pit? Okay. No, I have not. We're talking about comic books. Pit, I'm thinking Dale Keown when you say Pit. Have I heard about DC Finest Comic Collections? Oh, yeah. I kind of wanted to get those back in the day, but just never had the money for them. But they do look nice. They do look nice. You didn't like Kenobi, Project fan? I have a buddy of mine who hated Kenobi. Hated Kenobi. I was like, you hate it? He said, oh, it's so stupid. I was like, well, I've never heard anyone say that about Kenobi. But I hate iJedi, and that's a very popular book by a lot of fans. Even the world of Knight Errant is interesting. But when your main character is a sack of potatoes, that's how interesting Kara Holt is. It just takes away from everything else. Like, the story is interesting. I like the concept of it. That underground railroad, right, for Jedi to go sneak into Sith territory and help people escape these planets run by the Sith. That's great. Or mess with the Sith, do some undercover ops, trying to mess things up within the Sith, pitting one Sith against the next. But you got the worst main character for it. So it's sadly no good. Like, that was when I think that was when my camera messed up and the video didn't work. And and I was like, I don't even want to re-record another one. I don't want to review. I don't want to talk about this book again. I hate this book. I love Tales of the Jedi, but it does get overlooked, but I think it's excellent. And even the original ending, I think I like better than Redemption. Even though Redemption is a great ending. It's a great ending. But I think I like the old ending better. When Redemption came out, I was totally against it. Even though it had Kevin J. Anderson's name on it, I was like, nope, nope. Don't spoil what is excellent. Please don't spoil what is excellent. And I don't feel they did. It felt a little rushed with Ulick Qel-Droma training Vima. I wish this was a longer series so we could see more of their relationship growing. And the ending was fine. And I remember when I first read, I was like, this is better than the original. But after rereading it recently, I think I like the old ending better. Even though Redemption is still a good comic book. And Tales of the Jedi overall is one of the best ones out there. Like if someone were to tell me Legacy is my favorite, I wouldn't argue with you. Or you say Knights of the Republic is the best comic book series ever made, I wouldn't argue with you. If you said Tales of the Jedi is the best one ever, I can't argue with you. I think it's great. I mean, I like Dark Empire, but Tales of the Jedi is really, really, really good. And so is Knights of the Republic, and so is Legacy. Those are just like perfect 10s in my mind. Just for longevity's sake, I guess it'd be Legacy and Knights of the Republic, right? They were just solid all the way through. Dark Times had a lot of good stuff, but it wasn't solid all the way through. So there's not many comic books that can say, hey, we were great from the very beginning to the very end. Am I ready for Lego Jackson? No, I saw your text. I have the Batman Punisher crossover. I bought that when it came out. I thought it was excellent. Great idea. It's been a while since I've read it, though. I like the Batman Spawn, even though supposedly they hated that Batman threw the Batarang at Spawn. And I was like, yeah, that was kind of weird, but it was a cool scene. Hello, Alex. How are you? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. A lot of people didn't like Revan as much as I did. Of course, I didn't play the video game, so I didn't probably understand the character as much. Annihilation. There it is. Thank you. So far behind. Union comic books, I just felt they were just underwhelming for such an event, and they just didn't think of something good. Did they have to have the Empire come in and try to break it up at the very end? Why? Just because you had some extra action? I don't know. And I thought that should have been a book. I think a marriage like that should have been a book. Fatal Alliance is one of the worst books I've ever read in the EU. Project fan. Fatal Alliance, the Bounty Hunter trilogy, Knight Errant. I don't like iJedi. There's 2 Clone Wars era books I can't stand. What's the one by Alan Dean Foster that is the absolute? That's so terrible. And then I forgot Jedi Trial. Awful. There's a few big stinkers in there. Oh, and the little Clone Wars softbacks. Goodness gracious, my mind is gone. It's the duology. I can't remember. Too much noise in the background here. You read a Western? Oh, nice. Look at you. Alex has been reading and watching other things outside of his comfort zone. Good for Alex. My car hit by my grandma. It's been. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Alex. What a bad month. Yeah, I never played KOTOR, but I think Revan was a great book. But a lot of people who played the Old Republic did not like the book. And and the thing is, there's something that obviously Drew Karpyshyn didn't pick up, I guess, for Revan, that the fans were excited about, and they felt like it was, I guess, out of character, or they didn't like it. I can't recall, but eventually when I do all the RPGs, I will go and start reviewing the gameplays of the video games. I'm not going to play through the games, but I'll start watching them maybe. We'll do video game stuff. Invasion is just terrible. It's just terrible. So horrible. Yeah, the novel was for Dawn of the Jedi was terrible too. Invasion had so much potential. I agree with that, Casual Chris. It had so much potential, and it failed. It failed. Alex's reviews are quite a chuckle. I will agree with that. Rob, maybe so. You know, Dawn of the Jedi was cut short, but and that's true. But if I looking and reading Legacy and reading the first 6 issues of Legacy, I was way more engaged than the first 6 issues of Dawn of the Jedi. I just connected to these characters, and here's the thing: when Legacy was announced, I hated the idea. I hated it. I remember they were telling fans to calm down, just wait and see, and I was one of the fans who was angry. And I was like, no, this is going to be garbage. It's going to be terrible. And then I ended up loving it. It's one of the best ones ever. And I remember I was so against it. And then Dawn of the Jedi was announced. I was like, I'm not really for that either, but John Ostrander, he's proved me wrong. So here we go. And it wasn't that good. Fatal Alliance could have been better too, yeah. You didn't like Agent of the Empire. That's a good one. I didn't like it as well because it's 007. And I felt like I understand what it was doing, but I wasn't that big of a fan. I didn't hate it, but you're right. It wasn't a home run. It wasn't, for me, it wasn't a home run. It was just okay. I forgot about Agents of the Empire. But you're right. That one wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad. Whereas I think the Dawn of the Jedi comic books just missed with me. You haven't been to the flea market in a long time? Yeah. The last time we went, which was about 4 or 5 years ago, it was dead. It was super dead. And they charged us. And I was like, what? It's like $2 a person or whatever. I was like, why are we being charged? So we went in, but then there was hardly any. There was like one whole strip that didn't hardly have anyone. I was like, what happened to all the vendors? And why are they charging us? I thought there's tons of vendors now. No, they're losing vendor money, so they start charging people coming in. So I wonder if the whole thing just folded by now. Yes, I saw Superman 2025. I don't like Superman as a character. The movie's okay. There's some really stupid parts in it. I'll talk about it on a Prince of the Universe podcast, probably. Welcome to Derry. What is that? What is Welcome to Derry? Hold on. Welcome to Derry. What is it? When's it coming out? Hold on. Coming. I've never. This Tana's the first time I've heard about it. Maybe I'll watch it. Why not? Lone Wolf. Yeah, that was really good. You do enjoy iJedi. Everyone enjoys iJedi but me. Yeah, Brennan and I did rewrite for the website. And then he needed content. And he asked if he could have the videos and post them on his channel since the website's no more. And I said, sure, go ahead. I need to start posting some of those because me and Marcel had some good team ups. Meg and I had some good ones. Maxine and I had some good ones. A lot of the team, Laura and I had some team ups. I did team ups with a lot of people. Lance, Alex and I teamed up too. Alex, and I can't remember what series we called it, but I enjoyed every team up I did back then. I need to do more, and I probably need to start releasing those now that I think about it. But yeah, there's some good stuff in there. Hello, Siberian Dream. You're rewatching my EU videos. Well, good. Is there a way you get Star Wars reading order because I'm not able to access your website? Yeah, Jonathan, I'm so sorry. We deleted the website and I didn't save the timeline, and I regret that. I did reach out to my buddy who helped me run it, and he did not have it either. He helped me format it, and it's gone. And yeah, that's my bad. I should have copied that. I should have saved it because we had what I wanted was in chronological order, as best I know how, with little links you could go to Wikipedia to read about each one. You know, even short stories and stuff like that. So it was really nice. I like the way I had it, and it's gone. I'm sorry. That sucks. That's on me. It's on me. You're watching Avengers Endgame. Okay, well, enjoy it. Actually, really like Carol character. You liked Kara Holt as a character, Rob. Wow. Damien, I understand was that were Damien and his brother the fifth? I don't know. Maybe. But wow, you like Kara Holt. Batman versus Alien comic book was good. Yes, I remember they did Superman versus the Alien, which I thought was awful. I thought it was so bad. I was mad after I read that. And then they did Batman Alien, and that was good. I've not reread Batman Alien in years. Can you get these digital? I'm sure you can now. I need to look into that. Oh, also, can you get Batman versus Predator? Because I have the first one and the second one, third one are so expensive. And I used to have them all, but I don't know. I lost them. I don't know where they are. I had the actual issues when they came out, and I liked 2 and 3. I thought were really good. Oh, thank you, Alex. I'm gonna leave you up there for a bit, there, buddy. Thank you. Um, well, I watched Scream 7 and shut up. What? It's already coming out? Yeah, I'll watch it. I think those movies get worse over time. Shut up. Is the hold on. Wow, I did not know that. You guys, I'm not into the movie. Like I just found out Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, was getting a reboot. How did I not hear that? Cream. They don't have a trailer for it. I'm guessing. No. Okay. All right. Interesting. Interesting. Matthew Lillard is coming back. Stu Macher better be more than just a flashback. Huh. Are they saying that he didn't die? They never really said he died, did they? I don't know. You know, Matthew, he did Five Nights at Freddy's, which I did not want to see. And that was a pretty darn good movie. That was a pretty darn good movie. I know they're making a second one. I'll watch it, not in theaters. But that first one was not bad. I was even shocked. You know, I thought that's probably not going to be that good, but it was actually fun. So Matthew Lillard was in it too, and he was really good. Oh, there it is. The Revan novel botched KOTOR 2 and completely undermined the deeper themes. Okay, it was under. Okay, gotcha. So far behind. Just picked up Sinestro Corpse War Omnibus and Superman run by Joshua Williamson. Okay, right on. My brother's collecting all the Superman now. Yeah, see the gray? I got some Reed Richards going on, right? You couldn't see it when the hair gets longer, but when the hair gets cut, you can kind of see some of the gray now, right? Can you believe that? Should I? You know what? It's funny because I was going to dye it for a show because I had to be a younger man. And I thought, well, I need to dye my hair. And I still got that hair dye. It's probably not good anymore. I'm not going to use it. Just let it grow out. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, Runes of Dantooine. Yeah. The approaching storm is just awful. I agree. Yeah, the Clone Wars comic books are definitely better than the novels. Pitt versus Dr. Pepper. Um, Let's see. Oh man, I'm so far behind in these comments. You like Yoda Dark Rendezvous is excellent. Jedi Trial. You liked Jedi Trial. Wow. A lot of people like Shatterpoint. I don't, but a lot of people do. Chess's Deception were, oh, yeah. Oh, you said the other three were okay. Chess's Deception is okay. Yeah. Oh, you didn't care for the MedStar? MedStar is like, I'm not even kidding here. MedStar is one of my favorite Clone Wars books by far. Is it the best? Well, Yoda Rendezvous is really good, but MedStar is excellent. Wow, you don't like MedStar? Wow, that's crazy. I'm not even making it up. I think those are some of the best Clone Wars books in the whole era. Jedi Exile could have been handled better. Yeah. The Exile. Okay, got it. Everyone tell me about what's wrong with Revan's thing. Got it. See, I didn't play the video game, so I didn't know. Okay, yeah. Dawn of the Jedi was rushed. So much could have been done. Yeah, that's true too. Had some great world building. I wish they would have done the plug-in lightsaber to charge it up, like the Ralph McQuarrie drawings. I wish it would have had the backpacks and the cord that goes to the backpack. I wish it was more like that. Dawn of the Jedi was with the Jedi. Yeah, it didn't feel ancient enough. Pro Jack, I agree. Didn't care for Age of the Empire. It was yeah, it was okay. It wasn't bad, but I'm not a 007 fan, so I don't like that idea. But I hear a lot of people did enjoy it. Oh, I'd be shocked if Filoni was made president. I mean, if he is, he's going to say, "I created Star Wars." That's what he's going to start telling us, is that he created Star Wars. So no, I hope not. He's an idiot. Yeah, Jordan, I agree with you. Dark Rendezvous and MedStar are probably the two good. Well, I mean, unless you count the Revenge of the Sith prequel by James Luceno. What's it called? Goodness gracious, my brain's not working tonight. But yeah, that's a pretty good one too. Haven't read Dawn of the Jedi because I don't see the point of seeing really ancient. Yeah, casual, Chris. Yeah, yeah. Plus, it doesn't explain any of the old things in the galaxy too. It should at least do that. Ooh, King Adis would have been in. Yes, you're right. That would have been an interesting one. The Golden Age of the Sith, right? Comic book. That was even interesting. You found a hardcover of Galaxy of Fear 4? Is there a hardcover? I never even knew those things came out in hardcover. Wow. I haven't seen Fantastic Four. I'll see it when it comes out streaming. Wow. Wow, Siberian Dream. Nice. Yeah, Welcome to Derry. Got it. Yeah, looked it up. I'll watch it. Yeah, emotions we felt in the EU, Alex. Yeah, that was good stuff too. I need to release all that. I haven't seen a trailer for Welcome to Derry. Hold on. Let me type that in and have that queued to go because I'll watch that next. There. Welcome to Derry and the Friday the 13th movie. Those are the ones I'm going to be looking at. Hello, Games Freak. Yeah, I loved every team up I did. I enjoyed every team up I did. Oh, Sam, vacation was well. Vacation was well. Your Red Sox won tonight. I watched them. They tried to give the Marlins the win, but the Marlins didn't want it because they're the Marlins. Sam, I don't know if you watch iTalk Baseball or no, iTalk Studios. It's a baseball channel, really good. Isaac's a really good guy. You should check him out. Yeah. The Mandalorians got their own little comic issue in Legacy that went nowhere. Yeah, but they did some random stuff in there. The filler one issue ones, which I thought were good. I thought every character was interesting though. You wish Honda Car and the Mandos got their own spinoff from Legacy. A lot of those characters could have had spinoffs, and I'd have been fine with them. There was not one. It was like Knights of the Republic. There was just not one character I thought was uninteresting. I loved every character. Every character I thought was interesting. Unbelievable. Avatar, Fire and Ash. I don't keep up with Avatar, so no. Favorite DC comic storyline? Hush. I like a lot of Batman. So Nightfall, Hush. I like The Killing Joke. Funeral, A Lonely Place of Dying. Is that what it is? A Lonely Place of Dying? Yeah, there's a few. They're all Batman ones. Joker Squad getting their own spinoff would have been nice. The TV fell. Yeah, the TV fell on his head, but never. He's shaking, right? Because he got electrocuted, but he could have lived, right? And he's gonna have all these scars on his face, right? Because the glass shattered his face. Hey, Laura. So, my favorite Marvel storyline? That's hard. I'm not as big into Marvel. I had a few Spider-Man. I have the first Venom series. I don't have that much Marvel, so I can't really say. And I don't remember. Oh, I like Peter David's Hulk series. Bruce had me read those. Those are pretty good. Especially how it ended. Really good. He was kind of guiding it to, he was becoming the maestro because they were going to reboot it. So they let Peter David just write anything, and it was really good at one point. Jonathan, yeah, you have a version of my file in reading order? Yeah, I guess. But the thing is, though, with all the short stories and all the other things, I don't even remember. Like, I don't even have a copy. I'm so sorry. You can, I just don't know. I just don't know if I could help because I mean, I don't know anyone who has it because I did get asked this a while back, and I looked for someone, and someone had an old version that went all the way up to the Bantam era, and then was empty. He's like, "Oh no, the rest of the file is gone." But I remember that that guy's file was incorrect anyway because I made some changes during reread, and so I probably wouldn't be able to do it. And I'm so sorry. Yeah, I hate that I didn't save the timeline. Is Nev Campbell? I think Nev Campbell is coming back for Scream 7. So I'll never catch up with these comments. Is Punisher and the Hulk? Is he going to be the Punisher from the Daredevil series? Because I really like that Punisher. Huh, that's interesting. Brand New Day is what it's called. When is that coming out? See, I don't know any of this information. I don't know anything about movies anymore. The General Grievous one shot was good. Obsession comic books I thought were good too. Yeah. I love, see, Laura knows what's good. She likes MedStar. Oh, the Mets are terrible. The Mets are terrible, Melissa. They finally got a win, but it's just been a terrible, terrible, terrible week. After what, 7 straight losses? It's just, well, we beat the Braves in game 1, I think. And then we just lost horribly to them the next 2 games. This is just a shame. The Braves are banged up, but they played the Mets easily those last two games. Pretty single-handedly. Labyrinth of Evil. Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Your school had them in hardcover. Wow. A novel trilogy of Zim the Despot. Didn't Drew Karpyshyn want to do something with Zim? Was it Drew Karpyshyn? Some author wanted to write something about Zim the Despot. He wanted to do something more on him. I can't remember who that was. Maybe it was Jason Fry. Library copies. Ah, yes, Hyperion. That makes sense. Yeah, I love Midstar. I thought it was great. Oh, super sticker. Oh, thank you, Laura. Look at that. I'm going to put that up there. Leave that up for a while. Thank you. So kind. Worst bit of the EU lore Filoni changed. Killing off Evan Pell. Probably. No. It's creating Ahsoka. Never mind. Yeah, a lot of the young adult novels. No Man's Land is pretty good too. Yes, Siberian. No Man's Land is excellent. I don't have that. I don't think I have that collected, but it is great. Me with Sith eyes. Yeah. I'll go see the 50th re-release of New Hope. We're going to go see Jaws into the month again because it came out last year. And why does it come out at the end of August? It's a 4th of July movie. I don't understand that. But we're going to see it because it's Jaws. You got to go see Jaws in theaters. Doom That Came to Gotham. I don't think I've read that one. Secret Wars. Oh, man. It's been forever since I read Secret Wars. I enjoyed it. I read this when it first came out. I was 84 or something. I read it way back in the day because they came out with action figures, and then someone let me read. Well, I bought the action figures, but then someone let me read his Secret War collection. I just thought it was awesome because there's all these superheroes involved. I haven't read it in years though. Peter Davis Hulk comic books are really good. Oh, thank you, Siberian, for helping out. Appreciate that. I've never read his Nick Fury. Garth Ennis' Nick Fury. Releases in July. Same as the Punisher and the Daredevil. Oh, there's going to be another Punisher series and another Daredevil season? Really? The first one was not that good. It's sad because it had great potential and just flopped, in my opinion. But Punisher getting his own series. I hope it's good. Invader Zim is great. I don't know where we're talking about Invader Zim, but I think it's great. Hellboy is a great comic book too. Aren't they doing another Hellboy with Ron Perlman? Didn't I hear that? Or is that just me dreaming? Because I like those two movies. Oh, there's a lot of things Filoni screwed up that I don't like, but yeah, slowly catching up. They better show the unaltered theatrical version. We'll see. Oh, Melissa, switch it out now. Thank you, Melissa. Very kind. Keep that up there for a bit. Thank you. Mets beating the Mariners. Michael, we finally get a win. Can't beat the Braves. Can't beat the Braves. Couldn't beat the Mariners last night or the night before that. But finally, we got one win. And now the two teams with the worst record since June are the Mets and the Nationals, and that's who we're playing next. So it's the battle of who's been the two worst teams in the past 2 months. The two teams with the worst records in the past 2 months are now going to play each other. Nationals win 2 out of 3, I bet. We'll see. I did read Spider-Man 2099, and yes, it was amazing. Filoni is such a faker. I can't stand him. Oh, Punisher gets a special? Even better. I need a special. I don't need a series. Even better, Tanner. Is there a trailer for the Punisher special? Hold on. I'll watch it. When's the Punisher special coming out? I learned so much from you people. What's it called? No, that's season 1. Okay. Maybe I don't have it. Oh, Sim the Despot. Got it. Yeah. I did watch some of the other Hellboy movies without Ron Perlman. They weren't that good. Most of Garth Ennis's work is good. I agree. Oh, Lord, your family's Dodgers fans. That's okay. Dylan's a Dodger fan too, and I still love him a little bit. Working on an Absolute Batman. No, I haven't, Dark Nicholas. That's interesting. I've not been reading Absolute Batman. I don't read the Batman comic books anymore. What if Filoni did an Indiana Jones series? Oh my goodness. He'd say it was all his idea to name Indiana Jones. Ultimate Spider-Man comic books. I remember those were good back in the day. I never finished that series. Recently wrapped filming. Well, hopefully they'll make it good. Those specials are hit or miss, but Punisher special is good. I don't need to see a whole series on Punisher. Even though I'd liked his first 2 seasons with Netflix. Season 1 was better, but both of them were pretty good. But he had to have someone to talk to, and if it's just a special, it can just be Punisher on his own. Oh no, Jessica Jones is coming back. Jessica, guess what, folks? Jessica Jones is the worst Marvel TV series they ever in the MCU that they ever did. I ranked them all a long time ago on a podcast, and Jessica Jones is the absolute worst. Is the absolute worst. Worse than any of the new stuff that's come out. It's so bad. Because I watched the new stuff that came out, and the new stuff is garbage. But Jessica Jones is just awful. Awful. What's my favorite mythical creature? A Filoni who thinks he knows the Star Wars universe. Let's see. Oh, you got the Galaxy guy in Siberian Dream. I said this earlier, but I've been reading through the RPGs this year, just to get ready for the upcoming videos, so I can get a big head start. And there was one I did not have. I thought I had it, and I got the wrong version, or I'll explain later when I do the review. But it finally, after being lost in the mail for 6 weeks, it finally came in today, and I can't wait to read it. I cannot wait to read it. It's sitting on the table right now, and I had to film some videos, and I'll probably start reading it tomorrow. So, because I've never read it before. So new EU for me, hooray! And this is funny because I had never thought about this, but now me doing another deep dive through all the RPGs, what else am I going to find that I missed? I went back and made a deep cut through West End Games, and I think I got everything of Wizard of the Coast. I'm almost positive I do there, but I will do another deep dive on it. And then Fantasy Flight, I know I've got it. I've already checked that several times. So, but it was nice to find one thing, because when I did my first review, there's a few books I didn't have 4 Droids comic books that weren't collected in the trades. I never knew. I was missing 4 singular issues I never read before. Oh, they were awful. They were awful. It was an awful series. However, it was new to me, EU, and I think I found something else too. I can't remember what. Oh, there's another Boba Fett book. When the Essential Readers Companion came out in 2013, I read it and I was like, wait a minute, they made another Boba Fett book? The young Boba Fett book? I never even knew that. I didn't pay attention. So I was like, oh shoot. So I went and got that one and it wasn't very good either. But I was finding new things like that during my rereads too. So it's kind of funny. Do I play RPGs? No, I wish I did. I don't have the time right now. The kids are getting old enough and maybe self-sustainable on their own. So maybe I will. I'd love to start playing some of the Star Wars ones. I have, where is it? Matthew, Geeks Addict. He's a big Ghostbusters fan, and I printed out all of it's in here. If I can get it. All the Ghostbusters RPG material by West End Games. Found the file and printed it all out right here because yay, I want to play, and the expansion. I want to play Ghostbusters too with Geeks at it and everything. So there's a lot of RPGing I'd like to do eventually. Filoni doesn't understand a lot of things. Alex, you're gonna be shocked. I love Iron Fist. Iron Fist is in my top 10 easily of Marvel TV shows. And I know that's one of the most hated ones, but season 1 is great. Season 2 is fine. Season 1 is great. I loved Iron Fist. I'm like the only person who did. But I mean, honestly, it's in the top 10. Iron Fist is a top 10. Love Iron Fist. I hated Jessica Jones. WandaVision is excellent. She-Hulk's pretty bad. The only thing good about She-Hulk was Tim Roth as the Abomination again is so fun. It's so fun. So She-Hulk passes up a lot of other terrible series only because of that. I don't like anything of Jessica Jones. You have a lot of support in the anti-Disney community. You're great. And the anti-Disney community? Okay. Well, people who hate Disney? Okay. I mean, that's fine. I don't watch the new stuff. But I have to be honest, though, I don't care if anyone else does. I'm not going to tell people, you shouldn't watch that. You shouldn't read that because they can do whatever they want. But, yeah, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to go back to Disney World ever again, only because it's super expensive. And I think it's overrated. I think theme parks are overrated now. That includes Universal. Griffins are pretty cool. Ironheart is bad. Am I going to give a spoiler away? Who cares about Ironheart, right? I've been wanting to see Mephisto for at least a year or so, and that they wasted his debut in that series is a crying shame. Is a crying shame. But I want to see Mephisto so bad, and I like that little twist that it turns out it was Mephisto and not the other villain who you thought it was. So I like that. The rest of the show is just pure garbage. Pure garbage. It is in the bottom of the barrel, but because of Mephisto, that's the only reason it beats out Jessica Jones. when you're talking about a lot of the newer TV shows, I have to say this is why. Like, the reason it beats out what's the other one? I hated it. Agony All Along. That's what I call it. It was agony to watch that. There's nothing redeemable. But I figured Jessica Jones went 3 seasons and Agony All Along went 1. So because it was a shorter season, it beat Jessica Jones. I mean, we really get like Secret Invasion. Horrible. Horrible. But there was one thing that Samuel Jackson said about sitting in an old chair. He said, no, I just like sitting in this old ass chair. And it made me chuckle. That one comment. made it beat a few other of the TV series because it made me chuckle. That was the only thing. Miss Marvel, the first 1 or 2 episodes, decent. I like her character. Story sucked. Luke Cage, boy, do I love I love the guy who played Luke Cage. Not a good series, but the actor was really good. He was really good. In fact, I don't know why they didn't team up Luke Cage with Iron Fist. That'd have been perfect. It'd have been perfect. You could have written them both. I thought they were going to do that, and they didn't. The Secret Invasion was very bad, though, yes. Defenders was awful. They didn't do anything. But the Defenders only went, what, six episodes and did nothing for the first 4? So it was terrible. But it still beat out a few other ones on the list for me. The Werewolf by Night was really good, surprisingly. I was not interested in that, and I thought it was good. Yeah, I'll watch Sweet Revenge after this, definitely. Secret Invasion should have been great. I was so looking forward to that. It was garbage. Such garbage. It's based on the actual Marvel Knights alias. Jessica Jones. Yes, I know. I've read that. That was written by Brian Michael Bendis, right? Yeah. Ironheart is extremely terrible. Yes. Yeah, the Force Unleashed 2 comic book, I thought was pretty good. You know, Jeremy from Super Chainsaw Productions hates it. We can Zoom RPGs. Laura, I would absolutely love that. Who are you going to call? That's right, Melissa. You played Star Wars RPGs, Melissa. Awesome. Yeah, I liked WandaVision. I thought it was pretty good. You did not like it? I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was the best, one of the best ones Marvel did. You recently bought the second Ewoks book, How the Ewoks Saved the Trees. An old Ewok legend, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. That's a good, I love that one. You know, the Tebow one is really good and really dark, written by Joe Jackson, who is a big-time director, directed Captain America and Jurassic Park 3. He actually wrote a Star Wars book because he used to work with Lucasfilm back in the day. It's kind of dark, too. The Dulocs are wearing the skins of Ewoks that they know. A Duloc falls off a cliff and just shatters, breaking his bones and splats against the cliffside or the bottom of the cliff. It's really dark at sometimes, but it's really good. You know what? Shrek's okay. Why they keep making them, I don't know, but I'll eventually watch it when it comes on video. The original Daredevil was good. I like Punisher. I thought it was really good. Shooting, was it Jigsaw through the mouth was really just really brutal. And yeah, Born Again was a disappointment. Thank you for creating the EU Rebellion. You're welcome. Yes, theme parks are overrated. Wait. I dare not see. Yeah, She-Hulk. But they only, I mean, Tim Roth as the Abomination is excellent. He's really funny. He's really good. But She-Hulk, not good. Not good at all. Buddy mine says Universal isn't what it used to be, but he always goes to Horror Nights. He can't help it. He loves Horror Nights. So every year he travels there to Horror Nights, only for Universal Horror Nights. He doesn't even do Disney anymore. He just wants to do the Horror Nights Universal now. And he lives here, so he travels every time. And he gets the best, like the premiere to the VIP tickets and everything. He goes all out for that. So, you know. Oh, wait. I did a Agony All Along was terrible. Sorry, I missed this, John. We at some point do a rewatch and review of the original 6 films. You know what? That is interesting because someone else asked me for that. And I've never thought of it, but sure, why not? And I thought about this. So you guys can let me know in the comments here. If I did this, Would it be? Because they do those watch-alongs, watch with me. We all started in 3, 2, 1, and we're kind of on the same page. Or do I just watch it and then review it? And I do all 6 films, the original 6, probably in chronological order since I like Return of the Jedi the best. Man, Return of the Jedi, I watched that when it got re-released a couple years ago. Fantastic. Fantastic. Empire, when it got re-released a few years ago. Fantastic. Those movies were meant for the big screen. That's why I'm going to go see A New Hope. Revenge of the Sith, when it came out on the big screen, I did not see it. It was a busy time, but I didn't make the time. I had the time. I just didn't make the time to go see that. Maybe I should have. There was no one else who was really, I didn't ask, but no one said, Matt, you want to go? Maybe I would have gone. But again, what was going on? Oh, it was around my birthday and a lot of other things was going on. And I don't know, I just didn't get around to it. My wife's involved with a lot of shows at the local theater, so she's busy every weekend. I could have had a babysitter and gone, but then what's the fun in going by yourself? But I probably, if it was more diligent, I probably could have gotten someone to go with me. So yes. Let me do the RPGs. And if I don't do the video games next, I mean, that's just like 6 videos, right? To watch those movies again. So I'll probably fit those in. That won't be bad because I am doing some reading. Maybe I'll do some, but I'm going to be doing watching. That's the other thing with the video games. Someone says it's going to be a live playthrough. No, I don't want to do that. But what if someone else is doing the playthrough and showing me while I'm following along with them? Maybe. I'd probably just watch a video. I don't know. But me watching someone else's video, can I even show that? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah. But thank you for Super Chat. Appreciate that. Sorry I missed it. I'm going to leave it up there too, John. Nice picture, by the way. John, the third. You are the third. That's not, I know someone who is a 4th. And sure enough, he named his son the 5th. And their first name is Herman. Herman. His dad's name. I knew his dad. I knew his name was Herman. And then his dad was a 3rd. And he was a 4th. And I was like, really? And so there was a 5th, of course. And I guess there'll be a 6th. I like tradition. The 5th, the 6th, the 3rd. That's awesome. Are you going to name your child John Hagar the 4th? It's awesome. I love it. I don't know Thor Skywalker. Is he pretty cool? Good to know. I'd like to see something with Nick Fury. Ennis is Nick Fury, but it'd probably be better than Secret Invasion, wouldn't it? Defenders was awful. Yeah, Werewolf by Night is a Marvel film done in black and white, and it's actually pretty fun. And there's another first appearance of another Marvel character, which I thought was funny. I didn't even see it coming. What's next? We're trying to get the continue to finish. We gotta wait till Kathy and Kennedy steps down and see who the new person is, and we'll go from there. But right now we've given up 2 billboards. They know the message. They don't want to do anything right now. We do know, talking directly to Lucasfilm during the pandemic, every time we're asking questions, the contact is like, hey, give me a minute. Let me, he said, give me a couple of days of researching. I'll get back to you. And he kept coming back. Well, then when we said, well, we were trying to get the rights to do some new Legends. Since hospitals and schools were closed, the charity Twin Sons couldn't go into any of these, and they were having trouble with their donation drives. They said, hey, do we have the rights to do digital publishing? And they were looking at, maybe you can reprint or you can repost old short stories is what they were going to allow them to do, Twin Sons. And that's what we were looking at, because they're looking at the legality of that. And if it was for charity, then we wouldn't have to pay. And we just wanted something they could read. The kids could read online. And of course, we wanted to write. What if we were going to ask authors to donate their stories, call it Legends because it's not part of the canon. That's what we said. We'll just call it Legends because it's not part of the canon. We'll ask the authors to donate little just short stories. And yes, we're slyly trying to create new Legends. And that email came back immediately. And he said, no new Legends. Sorry, guys, no new legends. He said that comes from up top. That was the fastest response we ever. I remember I called Brian afterwards. Went, did you see how fast he responded to that? Every time he go, hey guys, let me check on this. Give me a few days. That one responded back immediately. No new legends. Woo! So sassy. So we need a new head at the top. Brian Michael Bendis did Babylon 5 comic books. I didn't know that. Falcon Winter Soldier, the only good thing about that was Baron Zemo when he came back. That was really good. But and I liked U.S. Agent, but he was terrible in Thunderbolts. You have the Tebow one too? Yeah, it's a good one. Man, I'm so behind. Release Return to Endor. Where is it sitting? It's right here. Return to Endor, 1999. Matt thought he could write a short story. This is the original folder too. Look how beat up this plastic folder is. And he typed it all out and everything, and it sucks. Found that during the move. The only thing worse than theme parks is county fairs. Can't argue with that. I hate a fair too. Hate a local festival too. Over expensive food and just cheap crap people make. I don't know. I'm not big into the arts and crafts. I guess like the braided necklaces and stuff, the face painting, the wood carvings. I know people work really hard on that. I'm just not interested. I made this tree stump into a table. Okay, good. I don't want it. And you charge I don't know. Maybe I don't charge way too much. You can find some good art there. You can find some good artwork and the t-shirt things, but there's going to be someone who, has a little whatever printer that can screen print their own shirts and things. And that's fine. That's fine. I guess there's some good things, but a lot of it's just like chitsy little, hey, I knitted little stuffed animals and I'm selling them for $40. Really? Why? I don't know. I don't know. I don't like, but my wife loves all that stuff. So, but that's the kind of stuff that we twisted some vines together and made these necklaces. All right. So look, I got a bunch of cheap stuff from Japan and now I'm twisting it into like little beads or whatnot. I don't know. I guess the earrings can sometimes be nice. My wife likes looking at those too. Some people can make interesting earrings. I guess it just depends, but I don't know. I just don't like those either. There's plus and minuses to it. Like wood carvings. I carved I built this own chair and look, it's all wonky. I want $120 for it. No. You could pay me $20, I still wouldn't want it. You could pay me $120, I wouldn't want it. If I had to keep it. Yeah, I want to play the Ghostbusters. Me and Luke from Down from the Attic and Geeks Attic are all of Ghostbusters. And Bernardo from Tabletop Island. And we all talked about one day just getting online and just playing the game. What's my favorite Sith Lord? Oh, is it Darth Caedus? I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah, Derivative Board Game, not that good. Horror Nights is fun. I've never been to Horror Nights before. We tried when we were around Halloween, but stupid me didn't get tickets in time. So, but the thing is, I meant to get the tickets and they had some available the week before. And I waited until the week after I got paid, and then they were all sold out. Like I was like, what? And we were like 3 months away, 4 months away, 6 months away. I can't remember. But I thought, oh, they'll be available. I can wait a week. And they were gone. I can't remember how far out it was, but I was really shocked. I was like, wait, there were some openings last week, but not that many. What's your favorite thing you like to do in life? My life, I don't know. My little boy loves to play fight, so we do that. They love going to the park. I love being outside. Silly things only. What's silly things? I love board game nights. Oh, I'd be having one right now if I didn't get in. Um, what other things do I like? Things that are fun to do. Reading a book is fun. Silly? You said silly answers only? Something silly. Silly I like to do. I don't know. I like to walk behind my little kids, and when they don't see me, go, "Hey, what you doing?" They just jump. Every parent likes scaring their kid like that. It's a little mean, but it's funny to see them jump and go, because they're so involved in their toys and everything. You know, it's a lot of fun. That wasn't a good answer. None of those were silly answers. I'm sorry. You can do a watch party and then a separate review? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. You're trying to get more into classic literature? Have you read the Sherlock Holmes books? Those are the stories. Those are fantastic, Alex. Yeah, but I've noticed you've done a lot of reviews and stuff like that on your channel lately. Oh, Gen V season 2. I'll watch it, but I think that show is not very good. One of the leads died, right, in an car accident, so he can't be there. But I think Gen V is just not good. I'll watch it, but I don't think it's going to be that good. Oh, you're in Texas? Oh, awesome, John. Great. Yeah, if you can make it. The Sparks by Hilton and Richardson is offering discounts to anyone who wants to come to the meetup. And if you tell them you're with the you're coming for the Twin Sons Foundation thing. You want the Twin Sons. You mentioned Twin Sons. It's on the Everbright link that Brian has. But if you mention Twin Sons, they'll give you like a little discount on your. The room rate's already incredible. It's already incredible, and they're giving us a little conference room that fits like 25 people, which should be enough. I don't think we have more than 25 coming. We needed at least 15, and Brian told me we had that. So, but in that conference room is where we're going to host some stuff. If Tristan's up for it, maybe a Monarch's Nest. We'll do obviously a More Civilized Age there. We'll do some game nights at night there. We'll do a book. Of course, the charity run is the big one, right? For the Twin Sons. It's going to be a lot of fun. And since we have a lot of people, I'm assuming there's going to be a split group because I'm going to do a separate donation drive. Then I'm going to lead a separate one, even though I don't know how that's going to work out. Brian kind of wants me to go to the main one, but I need someone to head the other one. So I don't know. We still haven't talked about that yet. But the charity drive is going to be the big one on Saturday. And the hospital, Children's Hospital, is so excited. The local 501st chapter is really excited. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then, of course, on that Friday, I'm hoping Geeks Addict will take us on his. He does a bunch of half-price books and do some book shopping. Why not? Do something a little bit fun. There'll be a lot of people traveling in and have cars. So I think everyone can bum rides off someone else, and we can just all go to one to the next to the other and just kind of bum around. And then we'll go eat at some of the local restaurants there. I was hoping to come in a little bit early and work, but my partners who work in Dallas are all going to be on vacation that week. So I probably will not come in and work. I was going to come in and work and stay with some friends. I have some friends who are going to join us for the half price. Well, my good friend Heather wants to join me for half price books because she loves going to half price books. So she may join us. And then Sunday, when everyone's leaving, if you stay that afternoon, I'm going to the baseball game, Texas Rangers versus the Marlins. And I know that Isaac from iTalk Studios was talking about flying in for that too. But there's going to be a few of us going to the ball game, but that's not something official. Yeah, nothing's official, but I'll be having fun because I haven't been to the new Texas Ranger Stadium in a while, so it should be fun. John, love to see you. Yeah, your Fifth Wheel of Time book. Okay, I think the Fifth Wheel of Time I think the Slog is books 7, 8, and 9. No, 6, 7, 8, and 9. No, I think 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dang it. There's 4 books that are really, it just starts getting down. And Brandon Sanderson saves the series. He saves the series. The last 3 books are just excellent. But it was really getting bogged down with all the multiple characters and everything. You know, a 4th. Yeah, we did 1 billboard, and then we did a second one with 2 billboards. And that one lasted for 6-8 months. It was really good. Pedro Pascal. If you've seen Critical Drinker, he talks about Pedro Pascal being in everything he is, which is really weird. Where does he find time to do so many movies, and why does he never say no to a movie? Is he afraid his 15 minutes are falling? He needs to pace himself, I think, because seeing the same actor in all these movies is like, what is he doing? Are there Pedro Pascal fans? There's been times he's been good. The Incredible Weight of Massive Talent with Nicolas Cage, he's excellent. That's really a good Pedro Pascal film. The other stuff he's done, I just don't remember. He's been okay, nothing outstanding, but The Incredible Weight of Massive Talent, or Massive Weight of, whatever it's called, with Nicolas Cage is excellent. He's excellent in that one. But overall, I never get excited. But he's in everything. He is in everything. He really is. It's weird. Yeah, Toy Story. Am I going to watch the 30th edition in theaters? I don't think so. But if my wife wants to take the big girls, I might. Werewolf by Night was all right. Am I that far behind? Everyone says Blessing in Disguise, they stopped doing the EU material. But I kind of argue that if you have the right people in charge, they would honor what came before. They'd honor the story. But we never know. We'll never know, right? I'd like to find out. But maybe you're right. Maybe they would, because it seems like a bunch of the new authors aren't that good. Oh, The Road. I've never read the book. And I was just catching up, I know. Watch the Green Book with Vigo. Okay. Oh man, I drink your milkshake. There Will Be Blood. That's an excellent movie. I haven't seen that in years. Drink it up. Rob D. Del Rey would love to make new Legends, but remember, they can only make it if Lucasfilm approves, and Lucasfilm is not approving. In fact, Marvel. Remember, Matthew Rosenberg was on my channel once when the new Legends comic book came out, and he said it was super hard to convince Lucasfilm to let them do this Legends comic book, and they refused to promote it. They refused to promote it if he did it. So there's just this bitter hatred of Legends because they thought the new movies were going to wow fans and shut all these expanded universe fans up, and it didn't. We put billboards up, and it just pissed them off. So they don't want it, like a spoiled, kid who doesn't get what he wants. They do not want us to have new Legends, even though they've done alternate realities, but they won't call it Legends. Have you noticed that? What was that? The Ronin, Star Wars Ronin one? I said, so it's Legends? I went, no, it's not Legends. Just an alternate history of it. They don't want to give anyone a win. And also, I thought it was funny because when the comic book was a massive success, like sold, was in the top 10 selling comic books of the month, in a Twitter feed, a Lucasfilm employee tries to downplay its success with Matthew Rosenberg in the chat. Like saying, well, anything with alternate covers is always going to sell good. So this really didn't sell that many copies when you think about it. Why are you dissing your own comic book that your company approved to put it? Wow, it's hard. Bitter. They're bitter of Legends for some reason. Yeah, overpriced junk food. I agree on street fairs. Yeah. You're an artist, do beadwork. That's fine. Beadwork can be interesting. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the little the bracelets that they twist around the 3 strings or whatever, and they're like selling for like $8, $9. I'm like, dude, I don't know. I don't know if arts and crafts. Some arts and crafts, it just seems the same old stuff. Or the the lady that sews the little stuffed animals and stuff, and they sell them for like $40, and they're like little and tiny. And that, I know you're trying to get your money's worth out of it, but I don't find that interesting. There are some interesting stuff at arts and crafts places, and then the furniture. Maybe you don't have this, but the furniture made of the stump and the coffee table stump. You took a stump, you maybe cut it, you polish it up, and you called it furniture, and you want to sell it for an ungodly amount. I don't get that, but maybe it's just me. Or maybe no, because there is some decent stuff I think would be interesting, like the earrings, the shirts, the hats, the art. You can find some really good art. I went to one in Phoenix. It was like an art street show, and it had some really interesting stuff. But I don't know. Like, hey, I knitted these oven mitts, and I want to sell them to you for $20. No, I don't think so. Board game nights are fun. They're incredible. Jordan, we're going to play board games. I haven't decided. I want to bring Sabak. That'll be fun. I want to bring Queen's Gambit. But that's only 2 players. I want to bring, what's it called? Star Wars Duels, which is really fun. It only plays 4, though. It's 2 groups of 2 teams. But that's fine. But then I also want to bring like other games like Twilight Imperium. I just do. Does the Young Boba Fett series contradict Obsession comic books? I do not recall. I do not recall if that is a contradiction or not. It's been a while. I don't remember one, but there could have been a contradiction there, and I'm missing it, so maybe not. Have them read Crystal Star? Yeah, for real. Scare my kids to death on that. Classic literature is good. Yes. Last of the Mohicans. Jekyll and Hyde. A lot of them are first person, though, which I don't really like, but I make an exception for some of the classics, though. The Cad Bane origin story, Disney. Yeah, I'm not interested in the Disney stuff, John. But again, if anyone else is, I'm fine with that. As you know, I've had podcasts and More Civilized Age. Meg loves the new canon. We talk about that too. On it. I've not played any of the video games. That is my week. I played the X-Wing Rogue Squadron game, the Pod Racer game, and Masters of the Tyranski. It's weird because when it comes to board games, I don't have that many Star Wars board games. When it comes to video games, and I played video games back in the day, I rarely played a Star Wars video game. I played Super Star Wars, Super Empire, and Super Return of the Jedi for the Super Nintendo. But I did not play the Shadows of the Empire game. I'd rather just read the book. It's weird, though. I never got into the video games as much. But I plan to correct that eventually. I plan to watch them at least. I haven't played Republic Commando either. Frankenstein, yeah, we're good too. I just love reading. I get to boo the Marlins in person. Scott Johnson is going to be there. He's going to show up in a fish cap, and that's fine. I'll probably show up in a Rangers cap, cheer for the home team. To be honest, the only time the Rangers have ever lost with me watching them was when they played the Mets. So whoever I'm cheering for at the stadium has always won. Every time. We used to go to Rangers game all the time, and I've never seen the Rangers lose at home unless there's a 3-game series against the Mets. We went, the Mets swept them. Terry Collins gave me I said, come on, Terry, we got him today. He looked at me and went, that's right, Terry. I'm here for you, Terry. Miss Terry Collins. Good night, Brady. I'm going to end it soon. I'll never catch up. Half price books. Here you pay full price in New York or you get out. That's hilarious. Yeah, just wait, Alex. Just push through the slog. Prince of the Universe, we did whenever you finish these, you may want to watch Prince of the Universe old episodes. It was one of my favorite episodes we ever did, but we reviewed each one of the Wheel of Time series. It was very fun. It was very fun to do. Steven, my old roommate, it was his idea. And I'll be honest, it's still probably some of the best Prince of the Universe episodes I've ever recorded. I had so much fun. That was right during the pandemic. It was so much fun. Galaxy's Edge Legionnaire. Okay, interesting. Rings of Power. Sorry, didn't watch that review, Alex, because I already know I'm going to hate it. I'm not. And it's funny because a lot of if you look at the Tolkien the fan sites I go to, they hate Rings of Power. They hate Rings of Power. It seems like the deeper you are a Tolkien fan, the more you hate the Rings of Power or the Hobbit, or even if you dive deep enough, people hate the Steven Jackson films, and it makes me feel great. And those are the people who worked with Christopher Tolkien and all those people. They hate anything. The Rankin Bass they're okay with a little bit, but they rolled one dude in an interview because he worked with Christopher Tolkien on this book, released it a few years ago, right after Christopher Tolkien's death. And he goes, "Are you going to watch the new Rings of Power?" And he went, he kind of like rolled his eyes a little bit. No, it doesn't like that's the end of the conversation. So the guy moved on to a different question. But I bought it immediately and finally got a lesson. I thought that answer was hilarious. He said, Rings of Power is such garbage. I was like, yeah, I thought it was going to be garbage too. And then I got introduced to his group and they just despise, because I mean, they know Tolkien's world. They know Tolkien's world, and they know that has nothing to do with Tolkien's world. Absolutely. And I mean, he went to extreme, I've never seen the series. He went to extreme detail how anti-Tolkien that series is. And there's videos on this too. I didn't watch them. He gave me a few links. I watched a few things, but I was like, dang, they're going into, I mean, it was like deep stuff. But I was just so happy that there's other people who are Tolkien snobs like me, Tolkien purists or whatnot. A movie where every character, like Pedro Pascal, every character play Pedro Pascal, that would be Multiplicity with, what's his name? Michael Keaton. Yeah. There's a remake of Multiplicity, all starring Pedro Pascal. Am I going to be in Frisco? I don't know. Maybe. That's up to Geeks Attic. We'll be in Richardson to start off, probably around Plano. Frisco isn't that far. If I was to get in early, Osh, Frisco is where my friends are. And I'd like to stop by and see them. I just don't know if I have the time. There's more than a few people I would love to see who are not going to be at this meetup just because they're not big into Star Wars that I'd love to see, but I won't have the time to see them all. But my friend in Frisco, that's Heather, and she may come to Half Price Books. So maybe, I don't know. Do I think EU fans? Yeah, I think EU fans will still be here in 20 years from now. Yeah, there's still gonna be people talking about it. Hopefully there'll be new stuff to talk about. But yeah, I think so. I haven't read Matthew Rosenberg's Punisher comic books or anything else he wrote, sadly. But he's a really nice guy, so I definitely try him out. Live action Spider-Man Noir series starring Nicolas Cage. Tanner, you know all this stuff. I do not know it. Yeah, Matt Martin was the one that said, yeah, we promoted it. No, they didn't promote it at all. It was a blip on Celebration. Like they mentioned it. Brian said they mentioned it just once and moved on. There was absolutely no advertising for it, and it sold like hotcakes. I remember my comic book shop, I asked for every alternate cover and he got it. And he came and I came late to get it that day. He went, "Hey man, I'm sorry. I had to give some of your copies away. I'll get more." He said, "I'm sorry." He said, "I just didn't know." He said, "Man, there's a lot of people who wanted that comic book." I went, "There was, really?" He went, "Yeah, I mean, that thing sold out." He said, "And then they couldn't get more." And I said, "Hey, did you get those?" He said, "Yeah, dude, they don't have any more." He said, "I think they just short printed or something." Yeah, they underestimated Legends fans. That's why it sold so well. Can you imagine if they were to do more? It would be a top selling comic book. But Lucasfilm won't let them do it. I never even tried Star Wars Ronin. It looked like garbage. Moby Dick, I still hate Moby Dick. So boring. Yeah, Sabak would be fun. Twilight Imperium, bringing it. Then I love it. I played a couple of games over vacation. I've had so much fun, so much fun. I'll bring it. Let's do it. Whoever played the Star Wars video games, probably not. Probably not. Probably, but I'm gonna watch through them and maybe I need to be more familiar with them. So I'm gonna try to do that after my RPG reviews. Thanks. Thanks. I'm glad you like the reread. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun to do. I'm trying to do something different with the RPG thing. I think I'm just going to film me going through page by page on it because just me talking about it just seems things. So I just want to kind of go through the pages and point out a few things. I'm trying to stay away from spoilers if you haven't played it before. Someone said maybe you might want to do spoilers because if they want to play through it, they won't know what the ending is. I went, that's true. So I'm glad he pointed that out to me. He's a game master in RPGs. And I said, so I can show. He said, yeah, just flip through, show. But if they don't want to look, they can just hear your voice. I went, that's true. So I'm gonna try to do it without spoilers, even though these role playing books are so old. But he had a point. Scott, Marlon's only out of second. I know Rings of Power is awful. I didn't need to watch it to know that. When they say from the world of Tolkien, then I'm out. I'm out completely. Um, it's like what was it? Wheel of Time, the series. I watched the first 6 episodes and quit. My buddy was so smart. Bruce watched the first episode and quit. And my buddy Steven watched the entire first season and could not do the second one. It's such an awful show. Such an awful show. The deeper you are with Lord of the Rings, the more you hate anything that is not the books. That is true. That is exactly true. And I do love the books. Would I rather read Bounty Hunter or Republic Commando? Republic Commando at least had the first book that was decent. So I guess that one. Multiplicity is great. I like Pika. So good. Hey, Michael, when do we know what Christmas films are being re released in theaters? Because The Grinch has been re released twice, and I love that movie. I'd love to see it in theaters again. But when will we know? I guess I could do the math and look it up on my own, right? When do they usually put that out? Because I'm interested. Oh, the Heart of the Jedi stuff. I bet they got wind of it and they're like, oh, they didn't stop it because I don't know why, but yeah, it was funny. That was a whole big wild ride. But again, That shows you how popular Legends is. That shows you how popular it is within the fandom. That it was trending. That was one of the hottest books for a while when everyone was buying copies. They hate that. They hate that for some reason. They hate that we love the Legend story. Oh, when is the final season of Stranger Things? I'm just ready for it to be over. I think it's so sad. Season 1 is perfect. Season 2 is okay, and every season afterwards it just goes down, down, down. I care less and less about. Now I just want it to end. I just want it to end. I know it's going to end finally, but at this point, I just want it to end. I don't really care how. I'm not really invested like I was. They should have just left it at the first season and been done. It had been perfect. Yeah, Heart of the Jedi is fun. Did I reread that too? Pretty sure I did. Have fun watching Endgame. Yeah, I'm going to tap out here too in a minute. September. Okay. Good deal. I notice they always do Polar Express, which I hate that. I think that movie is so overrated, but The Grinch is awesome. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What? I love that movie. Korean trilogy takes place way past the Brian Daley trilogy. So don't read that one. If you want to read A.C. Crispin's Han Solo trilogy next, that would come after Brian Daley's. You could read those together. 3 batches, November and December. Oh, geez. They can't even release it all at once. They got to stretch it out. I hate that. Okay. I've caught up. There it is. I'm done. Hey, folks, have a good weekend. Have a good evening. This is fun. I should do this more. I don't. I should. Will I do it again? Maybe. I don't know. But no More Civilized Age at the top of the month. Remember, we're saving that live for the fan meetup there. That's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to see a lot of people there. And I'll try to do another live stream eventually. We'll see. Now I got to watch Sweet Revenge, Friday the 13th, and the Welcome to Derry trailer. So there you go. That's my homework. So anyway, guys, have a good night. See y'all later.